In this video, I'll explain squares and square roots. Finding the square of a number is not the same thing as finding the square root of a number. In fact, one is the reverse of the other. Let's start with squares. What is the square of, say, 3? Here's 3, and I can square it by finding 3 lots of 3, which is 9. And you can see that 9 is a square number because it can be arranged into a square shape. Most numbers cannot be arranged in this way. For example, here's 10, and however hard you try, you can't make this number fit a square shape. So 10 is not a square number. By the way, you can see that squaring this number 3 has made it bigger. I'll take a different starting number, say 5. The square of 5 is 5 lots of 5, 25, and again squaring 5 has made it bigger. And start with the number 2. 2 squared is 2 lots of 2, which is 4. And 7 lots of 7 gives 49, so the square of 7 is 49. So, which are the square numbers? They're the numbers that can be arranged into a square shape. For example, 1, then 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49 and so on. And here is 10 squared, which is 100. These are all square numbers. And now what about square roots? A square root is the reverse of a square. Take my original example, 3 squared gave 9. In other words, 9 is the square of 3. Now let's do this journey in reverse. I'll start with the square number 9 and go back to 3. 3 is the square root of 9. And you can see that finding the square root has made the number smaller. Here's another example. 6 squared is 36. Let's find the square root of 36. And remember, it's squaring in reverse. So the square root of 36 is 6. And again, I've ended up with a smaller number. This time I'll start with 4. 4 squared is 16. And let's do that journey in reverse. Start with 16, you go back to 4. So 4 is the square root of 16. And try a bigger number. What is the square root of 100? Well, 100 is the square of 10, so the square root of 100, doing the journey in reverse, is 10. The square of a number is written like this, with a little 2 above and to the right of the number being squared. This says that the square of 4 is 16. Here it says that 5 squared is 25, and so on. The square root sign looks like this. This mathematical statement says the square root of 16 is 4. This one says the square root of 25 is 5, and so on. And that's squares and square roots.